getting straight into the last session for the day before we go partying. And I was also looking forward to this particular session. It's titled Entertainment Tool for Nation Building. And my guests are two amazing individuals that I do have a lot of respect for. The first person is Rosina Neguse. Rosina is the president and CEO of Intrigue Records. And also my brother and my friend, Aldu Mekori, the founder of Chocolate City Group. Hello, Rosina. So nice to see you.
Nice to see you, Kimmy. Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much for being here. And thank you for doing Women Proud. Hi, Aldu.
Hey, how you doing, Kemi? Nice to see you.
I'm cool. How are you? So good to see you.
Great to see
you. You know, I was saying earlier on, I said this is quite interesting. So Rosina did a feature movie in 2015 titled Chocolate City.
Yeah.
And we have the founder. And we have the founder of Chocolate City. So I mean, if Dr. Remy didn't do this right, I wonder how this could have just happened. Should we call this a coincidence, or it was meant to be? So thank you so much.
I think it was meant to be that Rosina would pay me royalties for using my company's name.
Do we have a lawyer in the house who is helping out?
Yeah.
Please have mercy, Aldu. Please be nice. I know you to be a
gentleman. I will. I promise I will.
I don't mind paying.
My girl has got the money. So name your fee, Aldu. You're ready. We have it like
Bitcoins. I take only Bitcoins. Just letting you know. I take only Bitcoins.
Definitely. Actually, instead of Bitcoin, I have a coin for you.
Oh wow! Nice one. Nice one.
A coin represents Africa.
That's good.
That's good. Let me just concede. I don't think I'm going to win this battle, so I'll just back down for now.
Thank you so much. I'm already feeling this session already. It's going to be a very nice one. So let's just go straight into it. I would like you to say a bit about yourselves. Rosina, we'll start with you ladies first. And sure. Then we'll take Aldu, who also tell us a lot about himself too. So let's start with Rosina, please.
Okay, so thank you for the opportunity, and also Dr. Remy. I'm so excited and to be part of this wonderful Legacy Global Summit. And thank you, Kimmy, and everybody who's involved. And my name is Rosie, like you said, and I am the CEO of Intrigue Records. Actually, for a production, for movie, I use Dinar Entertainment. Also, I'm involved in commodity. But today's we're focusing on you know, the entertainment. So yes, I'm from Ethiopia and I grew up in Florida. I moved to Atlanta 2008, and I started Intrigue Records 2006. I started my entertainment career by doing casting and producing for music video, and I went to fashion, and then building a relationship with the label and artist management. So I decided to create my own music record label because I figured there's no female CEO. So why not the first music? So yeah, this is it. And thank you for having me again.
Thank you, Rosina. Nice one. I love when ladies like to, you know, set the pace for others to follow. Aldu, please take it up from. Why are you smiling? Is it not the truth? Aldu, are you beating
again? I'm a feminist, so whatever you say, I'm all for the women. You know?
Yeah, that's true. Aldu is a feminist. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. He's a feminist.
Yeah.
All right, Aldu, take it from there.
Yeah, so my name is Aldu Megori. I'm a lawyer and entrepreneur, and I'm very, very passionate about just young people and creating change, just really across everything I touch. So currently, I started out my record label about 15 years ago. The company has kind of since grown to 4 verticals. We have a publishing company, we have a live music venue, we have a media company and agency, and then we have the record label. But I'm also now involved in esports and gaming. So I sit on the board of a company called Unanimous Games in New York. And we basically do create mobile games, and we help with gamification of education as well. I work literally everywhere around the world from my laptop nowadays, which has become very convenient. But yeah, just working, currently there's a project we're working with the government of Barbados that has to do with culture, gamification, and also STEM education for kids. Probably the last thing I want to say too is that I'm a very, very passionate feminist. I'm part of the Feminist Coalition. And yeah, just Rosina, just mentioning as well, I also met a lady called Ethiopia. She's actually the president of Def Jam Records. I'm sure you probably know her as well.
Yeah.
So it's great to see women doing great things in industry. And yeah, I mean, even in Nigeria, if you look at the statistic, you'll find out that the biggest people that play in film are females as well. So, you know, up to females all the time. So thank you for having me on the panel.
Thank you so much, Aldo. Okay, so I mean, there's so much to talk about, so let's just go straight into it. Now, my first question is, African entertainment is taking the world stage. Like everybody is now looking towards Africa for entertainment and all that. What is your take on this? Can you just tell us more about it, and in what way is Africa taking the world stage on the entertainment scene? So let's start with Rosina, and then Aldo will also say something.
So African entertainment actually is now being taken serious by the younger generation. And they figured out how to make a career out of it while promoting their country. And also, I think African entertainment is now the next best thing after playing soccer. And usually, you know, in Africa, this opportunity wouldn't happen while the younger generation promote their music and culture, and as giving opportunity for the African country and continent that wouldn't exist before, and now created an opportunity. So, and also it gotten the attention of music lover worldwide.
Okay. Aldo, do you want to say something about that also?
Yeah, I mean, I think Rosina is absolutely right. I think the time has come, and I think that if you look at history, Africa is the cradle of civilization anyway. And I think that for the world has been going around, but I think the world's come back full circle to realize that everything authentic comes from here. Africans are probably the biggest curators of culture, and wherever Black people are involved in, you see that culture, anything they touch actually prospers. The problem that we've had before is access. And I think now with the internet, now with access to more technology, people are able to now discover with a touch of a button. And think about 30, 40 years ago, you'd have to fly to, say, Nairobi to understand what it meant to be like in the safari. But now on a website, I can go and virtually look at the experience. Or I could watch on Netflix now a movie about, you know, cultural dances on Netflix or on HBO, on one of these platforms, which wasn't available before. So I think what's happening now is that the world is able to now see Africa, and what they see is impressive, and they want more. So we're in a great place, no doubt about that.
Okay, Aldo, I think I want to take it from that point to ask. So when we talk about Africa, you know, leading the entertainment, you know, industry and projecting us positively, what aspect of the entertainment industry is really doing the projection?
You asking me?
I'm coming to you. You're going to answer the question also, but I want to start with Aldo. What aspect, what are the leading sectors of the entertainment industry that's actually pushing us forward?
Well, I would say there are probably 3 or 4 sectors. Music definitely is a big one. A few days ago, the Grammy Awards changed the category from world music to global music. And I think that we actually are doing global music, because you will hear African music in every nook and cranny of the world, literally, and people are dancing. I was last summer last summer in New York. I was walking to a meeting in Manhattan, and I heard Joanna. You guys remember Joanna? I can't remember, but you know Joanna by Afrobeat, the guy. Joanna, hey, whatever, yeah, you know. So I was walking and I heard the song. So
Dr. Remy is dancing to the song already.
You see, that's one of our global DJs and promoters, by the way. Dr. Remy, big up to you.
She's a bridge builder, you know. So proud of her.
She's an amazing lady. And you know, just walking across, and I looked to the left, and this song was playing from an NYPD police officer's car. It was blasting from a police officer's car. It wasn't like some guy. And then it was some guy, he was probably maybe Latino or something. So I walked up to him, I said, so you like Afrobeat music? He said, I love African music. But we just never used to hear the music before, but I love it. You know, I love Wizkid, you know, and things like that. So I think that our time has come in terms of that. I think that with film, we're seeing great productions coming out of Africa. What has always happened was that there was not enough infrastructure and the equipment as well. So, I mean, look at Queen Sonos, you know, great production. There's Bling Lagosians. There are all sorts of, you know, productions now. I'm watching some things from Ghana, from Ethiopia, from Nairobi. And so I think that that is another thing, because with film, it is a multi-pronged conveyance of the culture, right? Because you're seeing, you're hearing, and in the sense, you're also immersing yourself in an experience, which music doesn't quite do as much as film. And then I think that the last thing is our fashion, because you know how you African women are very fashionable. I mean, look at the nice blouse you're wearing, Kemi, and you can see what Remy is wearing, Rosina, and for the other ladies I didn't mention, forgive me, I can't really see you, but seriously, it's part of the fact that Africans always dress nice, and that cultural thing is so unique that people want to be part of that. So I would say that those are the three things that are driving most of the engagement right now.
All right, thank you, Audu. Okay, so Rosina, I want to ask you the same question. What part of entertainment would you say is truly driving, you know, pushing Africans out there? What part of entertainment would you say it is? I know you're going to say music, but I believe you say something else outside music.
No. Actually, the only career or the only entertainment that will take you to the world and music is a sound. Music is a bridge builder. You don't have to speak to the language to understand and to fall in love with the culture and the music. So with music, you will see the world. I mean, the only industry that will take you to the entire world is music. It will take you to a country you never even heard of, people you never even know exist. So music is a universal language. I think us pushing the Afro music is to the world is like the next biggest thing, better than soccer, you know? So therefore, I say music, second is movie. Movie is kind of, it's like a choice. You could choose and pick and choose. Music, you can hear it on the radio, you can hear it clubs, and it just, you know, it take your soul to the next level. It connects different people from different aspects of life. And I think music does the driving force for the majority, especially for Africa, and also fashion.
Okay. I believe strongly that entertainment, whether in music, whether in fashion, whatever, or whatever, you know, we choose to pick, has a lot to do with nation building. It helps to build a nation. It helps to improve the economy of the nation. How can countries in Africa, because we're talking about Africa now, how can we leverage on entertainment as a tool for nation building? Audu, please, can you help with that?
Wow, that's a heavy question. I think I need to consult my books to figure out what
Stop.
Yeah, that's a big one. But I really do think that there are many examples. If you look at the US, which we talk about all the time, we only know about the US because they sold themselves to their culture. You grew up watching everything on TV, whether it be Sesame Street or whether it be Tom and Jerry or whatever. Those are things that kind of foretold the culture to us in such a way that we grew up imagining, oh, we want to go to Times Square one day, or we want to go to the Statue of Liberty, right? But we didn't grow up with the knowledge that we wanted to go and see Jaja Opobo's birthplace, or the school that Kwame Nkrumah went to, right? Or where Haile Selassie grew up from. We didn't grow up with those things because we didn't project those cultures. And I think that we're that pace now where we can do that. And I think that's why we need to incorporate whatever we do with entertainment, with not just the government, but also with the private sector and even civil society. Because our culture, our entertainment, which is part of the culture, is a projection of our image, and we're selling ourselves through that. I can't count how many people that I've met who have never been to Nigeria who tell me no wahala, or they'll say jollof rice, right? Or they'll tell you, yeah, I mean, the things that you know already because we put them through our culture. Or people know Ojo Elek by now because of a big song by Wizkid, you know? So I think that these things may be overlooked, but there's a huge opportunity to do trade. Now, if you look at what happened during the slave trade and the colonial masters, they understudied our culture. They understood what we were all about. They spent years understanding our culture. And once they understood the culture, they were able to do trade, if you call that trade. But they were able to do business with us of some sort because they understood a bit more about our culture. So I think that the ability to project, to portray, and to also to sell our culture through our entertainment is invaluable. Now, governments need to think about how they can use that as a means to diplomacy. I mean, I can assure you, if I used to say this before, I mean, I'm not sure if that's very relevant now, but if every time the president traveled, he brought one musician, one film actor, and one fashion designer along his entourage to do business, trust me, the doors will open much more quickly. You go to meetings and you go with a celebrity and the doors open because like, oh, wow, hey, what are you doing? I mean, they're excited because they know the names and the brands. And lastly, even when you see what happened recently in Nigeria with the EndSARS conversation, it was driven a lot by celebrities. And that's because they were, shall I say, they are the manifestation of what is the closest into the Nigerian dream, which is that if you're talented, if you push yourself on the right opportunity, you can be big. And I think that is what's missing in most African countries, is that there's not a level playing field, right? Even if you have the talent, you might need much more to scale. But with entertainment, is a true democracy. The people vote for the best people, not because of where they're from, but because of what they're producing.
Wow, interesting. Okay, Rosina, I want to pose this question to you. Would you agree that there are opportunities that abound in the entertainment industry? And when I say opportunities, I'd like you to explain those opportunities so that anyone who wants to tap into those opportunities can do so. So first is, do you agree that there are opportunities in the entertainment industry?
The opportunity in the music industry is surrounding the jobs, which is writing, directing, producing, choreographing, management, touring, and fashion. So on and on and on. And what America, like I do say, America literally promoted their country through movies. And every one of us watched Hollywood and want to come to America because they sold us America the best thing through Hollywood. So therefore, and our opportunity is infinite, that surrounded with entertainment. So, you know, entertainment industry have a lot of opportunity for African and in America that live. It's like cross promotion. So my opinion is it has a lot of opportunity because you can hire. It's like $1 billion industry, you know, and taking advantage of that and promoting our culture in our country and our music and our melody and our sound and dance on and on and on through entertainment. I think that will open up more door for the rest of the nation to kind of focus in Africa and where we have to offer.
Thank you. One of the things that most musicians go through, especially upcoming ones, is the problem of funding. So they have this beautiful idea, they have this beautiful song, but they don't know how to get funds to either produce or to make their works known globally. In terms of investments, how can investors, come into Africa to invest in talents that are ready to, take the world, the way they want it to go and, do well in their field? What would you advise any investor to do? And what should they be looking out for before they choose to invest in any, whether musician or anyone in the entertainment industry?
Yeah, okay. So I guess, are we talking from the context of foreign investors now or just regular investors as well?
Foreign and local. There are some amazing people in Africa who have a lot of money, but they don't know what to do with it as such. So they really want to, okay, some do not know what to do with it. Some know, but they can't find this talent to invest in. Because if, for instance, let me take it for instance, if you say you want to invest in somebody like Wizkid, or you want to invest in Davido, I mean, I'm calling the known ones.
Yeah.
The possibility of returns is high because they're already known. There are some who aren't known, but they have what it takes. What are the things that investors should be looking out for, before they want to invest in somebody, and how important is it for investors to invest in the entertainment industry?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's almost a chicken and egg kind of situation, because I mean, there are various levels of investment. One thing I believe is that the most basic artist always starts off with his home fan base, his mother, his sister, his father. Somebody looks at it and says, of course, our families will always not tell us the truth that we can't. They might be laughing, like, yeah, go, and then they just laugh behind you. So I guess you need another level of interaction, and that level might be somebody who's removed from you and who believes in you, right? The music business has changed. People are looking for ready-made products as much as possible. Let's be honest. I mean, for the big investors, like you said, I'd rather put money on a Tiwa or Yemi Alade because they're already established than start from zero. And I think this is where the role of local companies come into place, which is the process whereby the local companies, A&R, they find this talent, they develop the talent. Now, the actual funds to develop the talent is the problem, because you will need at least, seriously speaking, I don't think you can develop a talent averagely for less than a year, at least a year, but obviously it depends on the level of the talent as well. But just getting his sound, the look, getting his writing together and things like that, it takes time. And you find out that most of the artists that we see now, it's taking them years to scale. We talk about Wizkid now, but Wizkid has been doing music since 2008 to 2007. So you're only seeing the gradual projection of that. So I think that for foreign investors, what you need to do is look for local partners who already understand the lay of the land and work with them. And what that does is it strengthens the financial base of local companies, but also gives you access to talent almost immediately, as opposed to you coming with no background, no context, and just digging. With respect to the local investors, I think that we need more access to cheap funds locally. So that you can actually, begin to build yourself. But for the artists who might be listening to this, I think it all starts with you. I think that people will not invest in you unless you invest in yourself. If you really believe that you're talented, then sell something. Sell that fancy iPhone of yours and go and do a recording session. Or if you're a lady, maybe it's not time to get that Prada bag. Maybe you should just chill and buy, a regular, Primark bag for now. While you put
Rosina is not buying that idea. She's looking at you like, what is this? What is he saying?
Okay. Whatever you guys are going to say, remember that I'm one of you. I'm with you in spirit. Okay.
We know, Aldo. We know.
But yeah,
I'm agreeing with you.
Oh, you were, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. So I think that there's a place for self-investment, because you're trying to prove the concept. So once I know and I see how much you put in, then it's easier for me to put my funds as compared to when you're sitting down, you haven't put out anything. I get emails almost every day. I get demos, although God knows the last time I did anything in music seriously was probably 4 or 5 years ago. But I still get demos from different people saying, connect me with your people, connect me with your people. And people will send me bare bones sounds with no work done at all. And then you're like, oh God, where am I going to start with this? Because there's so much work to do. So I think you should make it easier for people to invest. And last point, the way the internet is now with platforms like Facebook, TikTok, and all these things, a friend of mine who works at one of the big 3 labels hit me up the other day, and he was flying to they've just signed an artist off TikTok. Just TikTok, not Facebook, just TikTok. And that's how the music business is going now. People are looking for quick starts. So you can do a TikTok video, which costs you really nothing, just creativity, and be discovered by a big label. So don't let that money thing always defeat you. Just keep going for it.
Okay, let me ask Rosina this question, because you've had experience from both sides, music-wise, being and then also the movie side. When you look at African entertainment in the context of the two I just mentioned, what future do you see? I.e., for instance, everyone knows Nigeria, Nollywood, and the amazing films that they've done.
Mhm.
And I can say also that for other parts of Africa, but I mean, and then music also. So what future do you see for African entertainment using movie and, I mean, narrowing it down because there are other parts to movie and music? What future do you see for Africa?
Okay, that's a good question. The future is what we make it. We Africa need to learn how to value our content, own our content. We've been giving away our content, a story, whether it's movie or music, for so long, allowing other people to take advantage of. And what the future is, we have to understand our value, and we have to understand our value and contribute to, like, Africa contribute to the world. The problem with Africa is, like, we give away our content, so now we have to make it. And basically what I'm trying to say is, like, as African, we need to take control of our content and our story. And basically we can't allow other people to take advantage of it, so we have to take advantage of our story, our content, and be confident enough to own our content, because usually they will make music or movie, just dump it on YouTube or give it to somebody else just to be noticed. So therefore we have way more value, and within ourselves we have to take control what we put out, and build more platform and infrastructure for Africa, because Africa hasn't built enough infrastructure on the global scale. So therefore that's something we need to focus and take control, and owning our and then take our contribution, and I'm sorry, contribution, and take advantage of what we have.
Interesting. Okay, so we have just 2 minutes. I mean, I just need to ask this question. Aldo, when you look at those international awards and programs and all of that, and then you're scrolling through and you're like, where are the Africans on this list? How does that make you feel? And how can we change the narrative? Because I don't believe that it's not like we do not have the content. I don't want to believe is what I'm thinking. Why do you feel that our works, in terms of music, in terms of movie production, is not completely embraced enough to be given an international award?
Why do we need an international award?
I know, right?
We don't even need the international award.
No.
But those things matter. You know what I mean? I mean, it just feels good.
They matter because we make them matter. You see, the true test of a product is not in somebody's validating it. It's in you understanding the value of what you're creating. And I think that's a mistake we keep making. Look, when you look at, for example, the Grammy Awards, what does that really mean? What do they know about Africa? They don't know anything about Africa. They sit down in LA and a bunch of people sit down remotely and then they decide this is the best album of the year. And what does that mean, really? How do you understand what's the best album when you're not on the streets in Lagos understanding what people are listening to? When you're not on the streets in Kano, and you're not in Addis Ababa, or you're not in Soweto, you don't know what the people are listening to. I think that the failure has been this. We have been recolonized and our intellectual property is at stake right now.
Yeah.
The truth is that for those of you who have money, you should reinvest in Africa. I'll give you a simple example. Why the masters of some of the most the most brilliant artists we've ever had are owned by the big 3 record labels. That's the truth. Whether we like it or not, they own those things. Whether it be Hugh Masekela, whether it be Miriam Makeba, just call them. They're owned by them. And so the mistake we're making is that we've always allowed them to lead. It is time for us to lead. It is about our platforms. It's about our time. So let us create our own Grammy Awards. Let's call it the Mammy Awards, right? Let's create our own Oscar. Let's call it Tosca. Call it whatever you want to. create your own thing, and it will make more sense. Let me tell you something, right? If you look at statistically, I was talking to one of the biggest music distributors in Africa, and he was saying to me that 70% of the downloads and the streams come from the US and the UK. They don't come from Africa. So it means that with 1 billion people, we are not selling within the continent because we're selling something that does not relate to people and is not their cultural context. So when you think about the average playlist, why would I spend, oh, time is up, Jesus. Okay, I need to, for Rosina, but let me end up that point. I think I lost the point. Well, what I was trying to say though was I think we need to understand that the numbers are with us. If you have 1.2 billion people on the continent and we can sell to 10%, you can't tell me 10% don't know who Mariam Makeba is. You can't tell me 10%.
Okay, of course, sure.
So 10% of 1 billion is 100 million. If you're doing 100 million records each time at $1 a piece, that's $100 million. Come on. It's simple math. So we need to fix the internal distribution system, and the world will eventually recognize and they'll come and look for us. That should be a strategy. Let's build up here and then look outside next.
Thank you so much, Aldo. I've been told that we need to round up immediately. So I don't know whether there'll be time for questions. Can we take two? Because I can see questions here already. I don't know whether we can take like, can we take questions? Can we take questions, ma'am? Dr. Remy, can we take questions?
We need to make this very brief. We have another session at 2:30, and we pride ourselves in timeliness. So we need to make it very quick, and we will follow up with people who have questions.
Okay, okay. So maybe we should say, I mean, if you have questions, you could send them in, and we'll get it across, because I want us to really be a sticker to time, like you said. So thank you. I don't think we'll take questions. I'm getting messages that I can't take questions. Okay, I want to say,
you can take one or two. Hello, Kemi, you can, since you put me on the spot, you can do one or two, but you cannot be alone. We want to respect people's time so that next time when we call them, they will value us. That's very important.
Okay. I mean, right before that, although somebody's already agreeing to the Amami Award, so we need to start putting that together. Okay, so I can't see the questions anymore. I can't see the questions anymore. If you have any question, can you just type it and then let's get to, we have just a minute. While welcoming the questions, Rosina, I mean, it won't be fair if I don't ask how our brother is doing. how is he doing? You know, and what does it mean to, you know, be a wife of such an amazing man doing, you know, see, your eyes are popping, oh my God. Love has got a lot to do with it, isn't it? So tell us about, you know, being Mrs. Akon and how is everything going? How is he doing? You know, just give us a, you know.
You want me to call him? You can say hi.
Why not?
Please call him. Let him say hi to the world.
Exactly. That would be
part of this movement. So
yes, you should call us and say hi to us.
Let him come to the award ceremony. That will be a highlight. We need a celebrity appearance.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely.
That celebrity. Yes.
He's actually doing, he's on Zoom downstairs.
Okay.
Okay.
And,
let him come in at 2:30. Let him come in when we're doing the award ceremony. So he will be that celebrity appearance that we had on the agenda. So we can, yes, this is exciting. You see how I sounded excited when you brought that in? Okay, Kemi, please wrap it up so we can keep moving.
Okay, our time is up. Thank you so much, Rosina. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that you came here. Thank you, Aldo, my brother, my friend. So good to see you. It's been a long time. Thank you so much for being part of this conversation. We're going to take it further. We hope that when we call you again, you will, you know, oblige us and please come and share from your deep, you know, knowledge of amazing thoughts. Thank you so much. I do have a fantastic.
All right, thank you. Thank you, guys.